There have been various responses to the recommendations. They've been broadly welcomed by Equality Australia, which is the LGBTIQ plus advocacy group. It described the recommendations as balanced and sensible and should be legislated immediately. On the other hand, you have groups like the National Catholic Education Commission said it was, quote, at odds with religious freedom and the high regard parents place in faith-based schools. And I think there was a joint statement from 3 Christian schools associations calling it a, quote, a direct attack on faith and freedom of belief in Australia, and, quote, suggesting that Christian education as we know it will cease to exist. So a range of different views there. You surprised by those?
I'm surprised by some. The idea that religious schools will cease to exist is quite surprising. The exemptions that we've been talking about do not currently exist in a range of places. So, for instance, in relation to students, they don't exist in the ACT, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania and the Northern Territory. In relation to staff, religious institutions don't have these exemptions in the ACT, in Tasmania, in Victoria and in the Northern Territory. There was no evidence that religious schools or institutions were affected by the removal of those exemptions, and we asked for it. We did ask for evidence of that kind if it was available, and nothing came forward.
So just to clarify, you're telling me that what the Australian Law Reform Commission is recommending will bring federal laws and national laws, which operate everywhere, in line with those jurisdictions that you've just mentioned?
That's right. Largely.
Largely.
Yes.
Yeah. So after considering the Australian Law Reform Commission's recommendations, the PM has confirmed that draft legislation has been approved by Cabinet, and this has been shown to the Coalition, but the PM says he will not publicise the legislation until support from the Coalition is secured. That's been going on for months now, right? That's the current state of play, is it?
It is the current state of play, unfortunately, I think. It'd be nice if we had a decision one way or the other.